What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania. It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night. I hope everybody is doing well. Let me quickly go over the tools I have in front of me here. I am using my Satura diamond painting pen from Diamond Pen Pal. This beauty, the oldie but goodie. And then in my multi-placer, I'm using Butterfly Effectware's Pastel Rainbow dot dot putty. In my single placer, just a minute beans, excuse you. I am using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily, found over on Etsy along with these two. And then a tray I am using. This one is from Bella Art Diamonds. It's for Mary Morales. This is the long version of the tray. It has a removable lid, which I'm going to remove, but isn't that beautiful? We're just going to set that on the side there. And then it has a corner spout, sort of like a cat-proof tray. It's got the little washi tape hack in it. Very, very fancy. Beans, that's enough, sir. Ridiculous. I know. I'll share my pizza with you. I'm eating pizza. So, of course, I have to share my pizza bones with him. But I do not currently have pizza bones to share. Okay, so you have to wait. All right, the diamond painting that I am working on is Oleander by Margaret Morales from Diamond Art Club. She is a 55.6 by 78.7 in rounds. I needed something to work on the live streams, so Oleander became the deal. Let me say hello to everybody already in the chat. Hello, Heather and Shelby. Hello, Divine. Hi, Paula and Shannon and Tigger. Hi, Diamonds and Stitches and Calf. Hello, Sparkling Nana from South Carolina. Hello, Alondra and Glory. Hi, Kylie, and hi, Nori. I hope everybody is doing well tonight. Let me get this dog a pizza bone before he makes me crazy. Ow, it's hot. It's a hot pizza bone, Beans. Here, little piece of pizza bone for you. He likes them crusts. Never lets me keep my own crust. What's up, Brenda? What a jerk, huh? I'm trying to get all the sauce and grease off of my fingers. I have another little piece, Bean. Anyways, what's up, Ebony? How you doing? And hi, Mary Ann. But yeah, so I needed to work on something that wasn't square and full of confetti. I finished the row that I was working on for Lullaby Touch. So now I have what, 1, 2, like 3.5 rows left on that one. Not quite, Alondra. I'm getting close though. I have completed 5 rows on that one so far. I have 3.5-ish to go. This one's going to take no time at all because, like, look at all this color blocking. That's not going to keep me very busy. So I'm trying to only work on this one during live streams and whipping chats because otherwise this one will be finished tomorrow. I don't want to do that. What's everybody else up to tonight? What are you guys working on? What do you have happening? And then tell me after we get all of that figured out what you guys are working on. I have another question for you. I see a lot of people are now moving into week 5, are getting their diamond paintings completed for Mary Morales. Some people are going to do another one. Some people are like, man, I'm going to work on other things. Totally fine, as long as everybody's still doing the stuff you got to do for the videos. Keep posting that finished photo. I do want to see, though, the other things that you're working on. If you're not doing a Morales, I definitely still want to know what you got happening in your lives. Oh, I hate it when the plastic doesn't. There we go. Didn't want to perforate on me. Second row on Azul. Yes. Last row of Sleeps with Butterflies. Final square of Dark Lilith. Nice, Divine. Very nice down the rabbit hole. Lumina. Trying to finish Ocean Eyes. Hi, Allison. Down the rabbit hole and remembering dinner. I don't think I've heard of that diamond painting. I know you're just kidding. Working on Spellbind. Oh, what's the sighing for? Is it because it's really confetti heavy? Because they are. Those DIY moon shops are no joke. The amount of confetti that's in Lullaby Touch is like beyond ridiculous. It's not too bad. I will say though, it does have a lot of garbage in comparison to what you would see like in a Diamond Art Club kit. This is the garbage that I have so far for Lullaby Touch, so it is quite a bit. But I have looks like I'm gonna have plenty of spares, so I'm not gonna worry too much yet. And hey, while you're at it and you're heading in, don't forget to boop that like button, y'all. Please do. Sarah is going to be late, so I don't have her moderating. What is Spellbind? Spellbind is the witch that Margaret did. It's very, very beautiful. But it's a witch. I would tell you to go look on the shop, but the problem is that the shop is currently closed for the holidays while she is in the Philippines, so you can't actually go and look at it. Because that is where I would direct you. But if you go back and you look in the submissions and weeklies and look for Alondra's posts, you can see at least some of it while it's in progress. Excuse you, Beans. Do not come up over here whining in my face because you want pizza bones. Now go find something to do. Get a job. It's a lot of work, but I love my DIY moon. It's my canvas for the competition, Moonchild. Oh, post on Facebook. Doing Moon Owl Magic along with Lumina. That's one that I'm very sad, Ebony, that I don't currently own, but I have her like grown up big sister from Jada Gem Shop, Owl Sorceress. It's like if Moon Owl Magic grew up and she was like teaching the owl to fly on command. I love it so much. It's the hand rendered one from Jada Gem Shop, and it's so good. No, I do not want you high pitched whining in my face, Beans. That's not going to happen. Stop. No, stop. He is pathetic. I have a whole piece of pizza here that I can't eat because I'm trying to diamond paint. Stop. That's enough. Use my mom voice with him. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not sure if you've seen Owl Sorceress. I did an unboxing for it. It's a beautiful piece. And it definitely looks like the same character as in Moon Owl Magic. Eventually, I'll pick up Moon Owl Magic, but it's one of those like I can't justify the expense because it's a piece that would take me like 4.5 minutes to finish. And I can't spend the money on something that isn't going to take me but a couple of days to finish. You know what I mean? I gotta be somewhat wise about how I spend my coins. Hi, Shelly. Hello, Tanis. Yeah, these dogs, they're a little ridiculous. Beans especially. Are you gonna be taking him, Dustin? Yeah, you have to. Or at least share your pizza bones with him. No, you will not be sharing your pizza bones with him. So rude. So rude. I am very speedy. Yes. Yeah. And like in some ways it's good and then in other ways it's bad. I recorded my year in review, which I actually wanted to ask you guys about that. I've recorded it once. I thought about recording again. I don't know. I don't mind the version that I have. I just did it by like date of finish. I didn't rank anything, like, I didn't talk about my favorites, I didn't wrap it up in that sort of way, uh, and I thought, "Well, let me ask you guys if you wanted me to, like, rank them or just put them in finish order, because then I could keep it the way it is. I'll edit that and have it out before end of day tomorrow for sure." But thought I'd ask you guys, how do you like to see your year in review? What do you like to see in a year in review? And then I also wanted to ask people if you have any like good plans for New Year's. I guess we're going over to the in-laws and we're going to go and play dominoes this year. Normally we play Cards Against Humanity, but this time the in-laws want to play some dominoes. So that's, I guess, what we're going to do. And then I have made myself, I wouldn't call it a resolution for this year, but definitely like an intention that I would like to work on more rounds this year. I did the final totals for my year in review, and all told, out of 50 finishes, I only did, I think, 10 rounds. So I want to work on some more rounds this upcoming year. I want to pull out some of my older things, which I think will be a little easier to get at once I get my stuff start moving upstairs. But that's my ultimate goal is work on more rounds and then pull out some older kits. Just because I know there's going to be challenges to working on some of those older ones. The grids aren't as good or whatever. But but yeah, do tell. What do you guys have planned for New Year's? As soon as you finish giving him that, he's going to come right back over here and think that he's going to get more from me. Silly dog. Uh-oh, everybody's quiet. I'm scared. Did everybody leave? What's happening? Hit a commercial? Did I forget to turn off the monetization again? Beans, I don't have anything for you. I know you see a whole ass piece of pizza there, but that's not for your face. That is for my face when I am ready to eat it, which is not yet. Goofy dog. No plans, just gonna chill. Ooh, leaving for Missouri. Dad's been in the hospital. Oh no, back surgery. Oh, good luck, Allison. My good vibes to your dad in a speedy healing. Back surgery's no joke. I was watching Kevin Hart on Netflix, and the Netflix special is called Acting My Age. And he talks about how, after you turn 40, it takes you longer to heal. And, you could just be standing up from your seat and you'd like tear your meniscus. It sounds about accurate. Got up too quick. Not doing anything this year. It's Bestie's 40th. Ooh. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. Cold there. Yeah, it's been cold here too, and snowing again. Shelly says, nada. Be in my PJs, and my husband will video game, and you'll diamond paint. Oh, okay. Staying home. Yeah, Marianne. It's more than just him staring at my food. Like, he'll stare at my food, and then he'll whine and cry in my face that I'm not giving him any. Like right now, he's laying on the floor next to me and pouting. He's having a full on pout. And when you've got like, you know, damn near a full-grown man-sized dog, having him lay on the floor next to you and pout it's something. It's definitely an experience, I'll tell you that. But I wouldn't trade him for the world, except on days when he won't stop barking. Forgot today was Tuesday. Oh, well, welcome, Sujin. Sounds like supper with my son and looking after mom the next 3 nights. Oh, okay. And the hubby is in Omaha visiting the grandkids. Oh yeah. It's more grumbling or crying than it is like barking unless I ignore him for too long. And then it goes past the grumbling and the groaning and the like throwing himself all over the place to barking in my face. He starts out polite. It doesn't stay polite for very long though. No sugar. I also do not have pizza for you. Gonna chill and diamond paint and walk dash. Oh, how long is he gone for? You said after the new year, right? Gonna go play in his Manister. I forget who it was that posted a picture of like basically somebody taking those shipping containers and turning it into like a little plaza, a little villa. Well, that's a pretty good idea. And you might never see him again. He turned it into a real fancy Manister condo. That's no longer roughing it at that point. Then you're at a new address now. Occasionally, when Sugar begs for food, she sounds like a squeaky toy. 10 days overall. It's been 4 so far. Nice. Hello, Wallflower. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So now back to my question. As far as the year in review, when you guys watch year in review videos from diamond painters, what is it about the year in reviews that you like the best? I mean, obviously, yes, seeing the canvases. But do you like it when the content creator like ranks them by favorite to least favorite finish, or do you just basically you're just there for the canvases and you don't really care so much how they rank for a person? I put all of my diamond paintings into my storage for it. I've got a Nick Pro bag, and currently I have filled the Nick Pro bag. So either I need to buy another one because I can't put any more in the one that I currently have without it won't fit under the bed. I'd have to like leave it in the middle of the floor, and I don't want to do that. But I will definitely have to buy a new one and maybe put them side by side under the bed. And I've fit about 100 in there. So that's pretty good. And they're not like teeny tiny diamond paintings either. There's a bunch of them in there that are 70 by 105. So it fits really good sized diamond paintings. I like to see them in order. Yours will be my first. Okay. Chronological order. You like a long video. Okay. Well, hi Sylvia, welcome. So I thought about, all right, I recorded it, but I was like trying to really move through quickly. I wasn't trying to take time on each canvas. Some of them have post reviews, so I wasn't, well, most of them have post reviews. So I wasn't like trying to, take extra time or whatever. Well, then I happened to notice, just like flipping through on YouTube, there was a person who has 17 finishes, And they took an hour to go through 17 finishes, and I was like, "Did I do mine wrong? Like, should it take me longer?" Because I think it was like an hour and a half before any editing or trimming or anything. And I don't usually have to edit too much or trim too much out of my videos. Um, but it was like an hour and a half. And I thought, okay, an hour and a half's not bad. And then, like I said, I saw somebody with 17 canvases taking an hour, and I'm like, oh man, I don't watch any other DP creators. Oh, thank you, Alondra. Chronological. Some of the ranking videos are so random. I agree with that. Hi, Laurel. An hour for 17 finishes, I'd never watch. Yeah. And so I was like, um, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I do like when I pull them out, I because I have them in the order that I finished them, not the order that I started them. So when I pull them out, I give the stats, whatever, how many squares I have total, how many rounds I have total as I'm going along. I'm like keeping count, how many companies total. Uh, and then, like I talk a little bit about them. Like I would say like a mini post review, maybe 2-3 minutes that I take on each canvas. I don't like really try and give you the whole post review in my year in review video because that's not really, I guess, to me what that's for. But to the woman with 17 canvases, maybe she didn't do post reviews, and so that's the way she was doing her post reviews. I don't know. But I was like, wow, I got an hour and a half and I've got 50. So I was like, maybe I did something wrong. I'll listen to you if you want to talk a bunch. I watch your stash videos multiple times. Yay! I need to do a new stash video because we're coming up on a year since my last one. Because I try to do them every year. My stashes change so much in a year because I finish, 50 canvases a year. Um, if I don't do an updated stash video, then it's like my stashes are completely different from year to year. I mean, yeah, obviously there's a bunch that are still in there from the year before, but there's a lot of new stuff too. And some of my post review stuff, my finishes are ones that never even made it into the stash video because I bought them and then completed them immediately. No canvas is that interesting. Thank you. I agree. Sounds like you did it perfect. Well, thank you, Ebony. I felt like it was good. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I started to watch the 17 canvas one, but sometimes sometimes it's less about um like what canvases they've finished and more just like something to listen to while I'm cleaning or while I'm doing something. But I actually wanted to like look at what the canvases were and I couldn't because I was literally cleaning in a closet. So I was like, I'll watch this later so I can see exactly what she did to fill an hour for 17 canvases. Like even including my intro, which is not like I don't know. I don't get super in depth in my intros. I'm not begging for subscribers or anything like that. I'm just sort of like, this is me, this is what I'm doing. Maybe I should be begging for subscribers if I was doing my job. Okay, I'm gonna switch trays only because this one I'm having a hard time getting the rounds to like move around. Almost like the rows are really tight. So I wanna I think I want to use this for squares, but I like it. It's very thin, very lightweight. Put the lid back on it, set it right there. But yeah, so stash video, I'll be doing like an updated one. I feel like that's in February or March, something like that. I think I do them in March. It's like the anniversary of my channel, honestly, because the first video, like the first real long form video that I did a couple of unboxings and then I did my stash video. So it's sort of like an anniversary of the channel sort of situation. And this will be my third annual stash video. But it's nice because, like I said, you get to see a lot of things you didn't see the year before. And then I wanted to I got to get a hold of Marissa, and she used to do this series on YouTube that was called What's Up Shop, and she would have the shop owners send her emails and like let them know, you know, sales that they have going on or news, that sort of thing. And so I thought about talking to Marissa at least until she gets back onto YouTube and see if she cares if I like revive that and just kind of get a hold of the shops and see what's happening, you know, like who's on current hiatus, who is uh doing a manufacturer change, who's got a sale going on, you know, that sort of deal. Uh but I want to check with Marissa first. I don't want to just take that and then she comes back and oh, can't wait for the state of the stash video. Okay, so Ebony, here's a question. It seems to me like I get more views on the long form video of the stash video than I do with it broken up into parts. And so I did it both ways because I was like, well, let me see who likes what. And it seems like most people like them in long form. Is that kind of how you are? You'd rather see a stash in a long form rather than trying to chase down, you know, a creator's 11 different stash videos because they have, you know, all these different companies? Because I know that's how I prefer to watch them, is in like the long form. I'll sit and listen to somebody for 3 hours. Sometimes, you know, that's better for me. I don't have to mess around with something. I just set it up and listen to it. You want to do that as a live or a video? You talking about the stash video? Doing a stash video as a live or a long video? Um, because I mean, I suppose I could do a stash video as part of a live or as its own live stream. That could be fun. Do a live one and then do either that as the recording or do a separate recording with the stash later. I don't know because I hadn't really thought about it. Oh, the shop video. I suppose it could be a live. Hello, little one. That's Missy, I think. Yes. Am I right? Let me look at my list. I've got my whole list. I think it's Missy, and I don't know why I can never remember Missy's name. Because I'm a jerk. Crap memory, that's why. Really, what happened to my list? Moved it on myself. There, yep, it is Missy. Look at me knowing stuff. I hate having to pause what I'm doing to open it. Yes. Yes. But yeah, if I did the What's Up shop video, like a live stream, then I could invite different shop owners to talk about what's new in their shops and things like that, or like sales or that sort of thing. And then if I don't get anybody to buy into joining me on a live stream, then at the very least, I could do it as a live. It could happen. Beans ate it when you give him pizza. I know, right? I prefer long form versus a 2-part. I usually sit in DP. Yeah, me too. Finishing Onahime during this. Yeah, Tanis. Yeah, so I just happened to notice that, like, when I did it in 3 parts, that was when, well, one, that was when I got a comment from the one lady talking about me abusing my dog. So that was good for a laugh. I was like, "Are you serious?" I did a sugar shame at the beginning of the video, and apparently that was abuse. Um, but I like to do them in long form personally, because that's how I like to watch them. Live shop videos would be fun. And it would be different from like what Marissa was doing. It would be a similar idea, like check-ins with shops or whatever, but she wasn't doing them in live content form. She was doing them like sitting at her laptop. I'm off of there. Here we go. But yeah, it would be like maybe a once a month thing. That could be doable. A once a month shop updates situation. I don't know all of the shops, but a good number of them. And you know what? Divine, he would be taking my stuff and eating it. He eats all the things except peanut butter. He won't eat peanut butter. He won't eat shrimp. He also does not like shrimp. What else doesn't he like, Dustin? Tomatoes. He doesn't like tomatoes. He won't take tomatoes from me or pickles. No pickles. No tuna. Does he eat your tuna? No broccoli. He likes tuna. I know he won't touch a whipped cream anymore. I don't know what happened to him, but he used to like whipped cream. Now, no whipped cream for beans. Right, Alondra? That's what I'm saying. You can really see how just she's suffering. And here's us waiting for Sugar to bark so you can sugar shame. True. I don't know where she's at right now. She's off being quiet somewhere for the moment. She's always the one who instigates the barking, though. Like, it'll be quiet, middle of the night. I'm just sitting here quietly diamond painting, enjoying the quiet, the silence, and then I don't know, she'll hear a car door shut or something, and then Beans will be up sleeping in the bathtub. She'll start squealing, and then Beans will come down and think that he needs to like handle the business of the house. So clearly she's warning him of an intruder or something. So he's got to come barreling down the stairs. Like, let me take care of this. No, he did not eat my pecans. No. No. Missy sent me pecans, you guys. And I love the fact that they are called Missy D's nuts. Missy D's nuts. They're cinnamon sugar bourbon pecans. And if you get a hold of Missy on Facebook, I bet you she can get you your own D's nuts. She's got the best nuts in town. That's what I heard. That's what I'm going to tell everybody. Don't forget to let me tell you a cute dog whipped cream story later. You know, Beans used to enjoy a pup cup. He used to enjoy whipped cream, like especially the stuff in a can. But I was trying to give him like just a little bit on a spoon when I was eating some pumpkin pie, and he literally turned his nose up at it. He was like, I don't do whipped cream. I was like, you weirdo. Like, whose dog are you? Get out of here. Hair. This one I think is a human hair. I can't even blame the dog for that. Nope, that was mine. The sweetest nuts in, oh, the sweetest nuts in town. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to, you should get a hold of Missy on Facebook and get Missy D's nuts in your mouth. Yep, I said it. And I don't regret it. They are delicious, though. I'm going to tell you right now, they are wonderful. It's a big old, like, I don't know how many pounds that bag is, but it's huge. I had to hide it from Dustin because he was going to eat them. I'm going to eat all of them. It's like, no, you're not. These are mine. My snack. He loves me more. But every now and again, I'll walk by and I'll have a couple, you know, whatever. And then I walk past and he's got his hand out. Like, I'll take those. Like, you're a jerk. Stealing my nuts. Okay, I'm like, where's this end? I have 4 more rows. 4 more rows. Look at all that color blocking. I know, right? Bad, Dustin. In your mouth. That's right. Missy D's nuts in your mouth. Absolutely, you can take that to the bank. Who doesn't want Missy D's nuts in your mouth? I do, I do. You can make a mint. Okay, so now that, you know, we're into literally the other half of Mary Morales, some of you, like I said, you're winding down, you're finishing pieces. Are you going to be working another Morales or are you moving on to something else? And if it's something else or another Morales, let me know what you're planning on working on. I have a plan um as far as I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to work on Lullaby Touch. I think I think that they'll both last me until the end of the event. If they don't, yes, I would absolutely be willing to open up a 5th piece. I don't know what it would be. Um, I was thinking about Spring Awakening just because it's kind of appropriate. We're on the other side of the winter solstice where the sun is beginning to make its return to brightness, heading towards spring. And so I thought, okay, well, Spring Awakening would be a good one to do if I finish this one and Lullaby Touch too soon. One second. One moment. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Don't know what that was. You're going to do oleander? Oh my gosh, it is very lovely so far. I am very much enjoying it. But again, it's going to be one of those like I finished in no time because it's a lot of color blocking. I feel like Night Melody would have been the same also, and I don't want to, you know, finish that one in a couple of minutes. There we go. All right, finished the color blocking on this one, on this square. Now I have my little itty bitty piece up here to do. planning on doing another plus moving on to other events. So both. Ooh, can't pick next canvas till I finish Onihime. Because I'm in the zone. Yeah, get in the zone. All the way in the zone. Yeah. I gotta move this light out of my way. You know, it sometimes it's better to pick after you finish another piece anyways, just because you kind of know what you're in the mood for at that point. What other event do you have going on? I mean, Tanis, you're like always doing the events. I don't know how you do it. Like, I'm exhausted doing 2 events. And yeah, okay, so I'm hosting them. It's a little bit different, but I don't have to do the things that you guys have to do, turning in a comment and putting in a picture and trying to remember all of that sort of thing. But yeah, Tanis, you're in like all of the events. I don't know how you do it. Props to you. Thinking of doing another. Ooh, inside watery eyes. Gosh, that one's gorgeous. I'll be moving on to Ashura by Christopher Lovell. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh. Guess what? It's time. It's time. Sure, you did it to you. Did it to yourself, and you got beans involved. Look at this. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. She's looking for my pizza. Beans. You are all the way fixed eyes on my pizza. You get your eyes off my pizza, sugar. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. She wants my pizza so bad. What are you barking at? Nothing to bark at. Dad went upstairs so that he could get dressed and take you for a car ride. Ready? Get it, Beans. Get it. Sugar got you going, huh? Always starting crap. That's my little baby Sugar. Little Sugar just barking at nothing. She straight thought she was going to get up here and get pizza. Don't bark at me. Beans, come here. Come here. No more barking, sir. Sit. Quiet. Sorry. What kind of pizza is it? It's a Palermo's, like just frozen pizza, pepperoni. It's very greasy, so I stopped eating it while I was working on my very like cream colored diamond painting. He was all the way sniffing out my pizza. She thinks she's owed something. She's like, I allowed you to shame me. Now give me that pizza. Oh my goodness. I know that there's um a Rita Konya event on Facebook. I think it's on Facebook. Let's see a Shane Beans. Yeah, that'd be hard to do. I don't think I could pick him up. Wouldn't be able to lift him. I'd have to bring him over here and just pat his head. I have pictures of like me holding him up, like cradling him in my arms when he was, I don't know, maybe the oldest I think I could still do it was when he was 4 months old. But by that point, he was already too big for me to pick up anymore. I would get tired trying to carry him around after he was only a few months old. So it didn't last very long at all. And now that he's 125 pounds, I'd injure myself trying to pick him up. I'm like super injured. Good Lord, what's happening over there? Ouch. I'm kicking a bone. Kicking his bone around. But yeah, there's I know that, oh, it's Katie and somebody. I don't remember. Maybe it's Diamonds and Dr. Pepper. They're doing a February event for um fairy tales and folklore, very heavily like myth and like gods goddess related in February. So my plan is still to do gods and goddesses in the summer. Um because, you know, maybe people want to do both and you have enough gods and goddess canvases to be able to do both. But I decided, you know, I'm not going to let it stop me from doing my summer event again because it happens. There are just some times where there's going to be events that are kind of the same thing without being exactly the same. Like I think I would only get really grumpy if somebody decided to run a Morales event, you know, like that might make me a little bit grumpy, but there's also, you know, like I don't have the authority to tell somebody that they can't do a Morales event. There could be people who want to do a year-long Morales event. I would not want to do that. So I don't want to stop anybody from doing it, but I would feel a little bit grumpy about it. Oh no, Max has RSV. That's not good. Definitely don't have enough storage. Welcome, Noel. Thinking about doing the Rita one too with Undead Witch. Don't think I have it in me. I'll stick to finishing Lumina. Got 3 more rows. Yeah, and I think that's a Facebook only event. I'm not totally sure. I don't have, but I think I have one Rita. I have 2 Ritas. I have 2 Ritas. I have the Squirrel Witch that came out recently, and then I have Galaxy Potion. I don't have any other Ritas that I would be able to work on, so no Rita Konya event for me. I wanted to get Cottage Core Witch, but when she restocked, I didn't have the money right then, and by the time that I went to go even see if she was available, she was already out of stock. So I'm just hoping that they restock her. If not, it's okay. Luntian is done. Ooh, I can't wait to see what you get. You better show me that later. I want to see all the changes that you ended up making to it. 3 events in January: Ticket to Ride, Richard Lorenz, and Blinging in the New Year. What's Blinging in the New Year? 1 painting counts for 2 events. It's not so bad. Okay. Well, that makes it handy. What is Blinging in the New Year? Is that something that's done by uh DP with Sparklers? He's like, "No, I got my bone now." Now he's going to be all quiet. What does he have? It's a pepperoni. Gotta lure him to the car like a child. You have to offer him something real cool. My pulmonologist told me that the hospital near me, how rude, was full with sick people. Oh no. Yeah, yikes. I wouldn't want to. Thanks. Here. Thanks. Here. Nope. You can have that when you get back. Here, just take that. Here, go get dad. Dad's got my pizza. Get it. You better go get it. He's being ridiculous and refusing to leave now. I took his bone away so that he didn't have that to act weird around. It's, oh, T-Mod, DP Addiction, and can't remember who else. But you make changes to a canvas and they teach you things about blinging. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's nice that they're also like teaching you about how to do it at the same time. Is it maybe Bling It Up? I think her name is Nancy from Bling It Up. She's got a channel. She doesn't post a whole lot anymore, but I know she likes to do live streams because I've seen her on more live streams, I think, than like in her regular videos. She seems like a very nice and lovely person. Don't forget the Chuck Along in March. Oh, okay. There's a Chuck Along. And see, I don't have any Chuck Pinson. I don't have any Lorenz. I don't have any Spangler, that sort of situation. So a lot of those I end up, skipping out on too. I've got a few landscapes, but nothing from Chuck Pinson. I think most of what I have is I have a Sandra Bergeron. That's like a traditional landscape, but the rest are color out of place. Tia and Jennifer Roberts and Tima hosting Bling It Up. Cool. Okay. For some reason, since yesterday, I've had body aches in strange places. Oh no. I'm clueless about what to buy. I go to DP with sparklers and I'm like a deer in headlights. Yeah, Shelly, it's definitely I feel like the most success that I've had is having the hit right there in front of me, seeing what's already charted for specials, and then kind of just deciding what I want it to look like in the end. Because I am like you, if I just go over and just try to shop for things, excuse me, on the site, I get really bad decision paralysis. Like it paralyzes me. I'm sitting there going like, I don't know what to get. I don't know what I like. What do I even like? Um, I like to be able to sit down, look at the canvas, and go, okay, this is what I would put here. This is what I think looks nice here. And so if they're going to kind of show people how to do those things, that will be very, very useful. Yes, I did. I completed Evening Melody, and it was not a Chuck. It was I think that was an Abraham Hunter. Evening Melodies. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But I loved working on that one. See, before I ever discovered my like true love of portraits, I was working on diamond dots and um, things I would get on Temu or things that I would get in the craft store. And really, all you could get were animals and landscapes. And so, then having discovered how much I really enjoy working on portraits, as soon as I realized, like, oh my gosh, this is what I really like working on, I kind of stopped buying any landscapes after that. There'll be one here and there that will catch my eye, but for the most part, it's like it's got to be something that like really stirs a memory or really calls to me for some specific reason, or I think it's something that someone would like as a gift. Because otherwise, yeah, I just ugh, I did a lot of landscapes for the first couple years of diamond painting, but I was only buying in store, so that was part of the problem. That was definitely part of the problem. It was like landscapes and animals. That's what you could get in the craft stores. Because even now, I don't think you know, like Make Market. They don't really have portraits. Diamond Dots isn't really doing portraits. I mean, unless it's like the Mona Lisa or something like that. There's not a lot of them. Every now and then I like a landscape, mainly people and animals. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I asked this earlier, but for those who have not already answered this, do you guys have any good plans for New Year's? Are you doing anything fun? Are you staying at home? Because that's fun too for some people. Like, you know, I would stay home, honestly, if I could. I like going over to my in-laws, but I also just really enjoy being at home and in the quiet and away from drunk idiots. You know what I mean? All right. Got one little color left in here. Is he still struggling to get beans out? All right. I got to help him. Second. Hold on. All right. Just a moment. Let me go and help him get beans out. One moment. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh my God. No. No. Why is it all color blocking, man? Huh. You want to go down and see the ball drop? Yeah. You don't want to try and do that when you're sick though. That's not fun. Legos. Ooh, Legos. Too much green. Yeah, and honestly, like depending on like the landscape, yeah, like there's one that Jamie has in particular, and it like literally she calls it green on green on green because it's just green. This is all green. Um, that is some ridiculousness. Staying at home and diamond painting. I wish I could. I'm gonna go to my in-laws. Oh no, threw my murder tweezers at my own leg. Um, we're gonna go over to the in-laws and we're gonna play dominoes this time. Usually we would play Cards Against Humanity, but my father-in-law wants to do dominoes this year. It's like, all right, fine. Sounds good. I guess that's what we're gonna do. You also staying home. Yeah. It's like you gotta pick your battles. I don't really like we don't drink, we don't do anything, you know, stupid like we used to, but you still have the worry about one, just all the police that are out constantly looking for idiots who are out drunk, drunk driving. But then also you got to watch out for actual drunk drivers because they're out in mass just driving like fools. 20 shades of green, 10 shades of brown, and 3 blacks. Yes. Ew, going to work. That does not sound fun. All right, gotta get another bag. Okay, so I opened 2 bags of tan to fit into this. I have this many bags of tan remaining. Yay. Very scary time to drive, especially if the weather is supposed to be as crappy as they're calling for on New Year's with ice and snow. I'm not looking forward to the idiots that will be out. The ball's going to be red, white, blue to celebrate America's 250th anniversary next year. The dime, quarter, and $50 changing. Yeah, I heard about that. How about all that tan? Oh, Noel. It's, it's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. Honestly, it's like it's a round, so it's not a big deal. This is basically the same background color that the librarian, not the librarian. Yeah, it was yeah, maybe it was the librarian. Was like this same color, this same tan color, but this is a round, so it's going very quickly. I'm totally fine with that. I think if this was a square, I would be all kinds of hateful right now, but because it's a round, it's not so big a deal. It's not quite as bad. Imagine if the kit was the old rounds. Ugh. No, Sujin, I'm glad that it's not because I have a bunch of those that I still need to finish. And a couple of them are rounds that do have a lot of color blocking. Like Beautifully Broken is one that comes to mind. And I'm really not excited about doing that one because I'm also pretty sure that that one has acrylic drills. Freaking guide circles. I hate them. Was it 5,200 in the librarian? And what am I thinking? Oh, summer solstice was like another not tan, but like a orangey tan color. Oh my gosh. This is like in between those two, but again, still around, so it's okay. I would much rather be doing this in a round than in a square. But it's also what causes these to go by so quickly is the fact that I'm just like bam, 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 color blocking, color blocking. I still was like kind of surprised at myself. There were a couple of my finishes for my year in review that I counted as one canvas, even though a few of them were minis, the minis from Diamond Design Company, but they're like this big. They're not your typical like this sized mini, like a partial, whatever. They're full drill and it's a good size. Uh, any of the ones that I did from Diamond Design that were these sized, I counted as one diamond painting. But then like I also had finishes that were, I think I had 5 finishes that were 70 by 105. And to me, like that definitely offsets my decision to count those as one canvas because I finished so many massive ones that it was like, I listen, it equals out, okay? We're going to call it an equaled out. We're not going to get picky about it. When you add the set of minis, it still counts. Well, yeah, like I said, I counted each one that I completed as its own finish, specifically in those. When it came to the paint gems, I counted the paint gems as the set was one completion versus each little each little miniature was its own completion. Still came up with even if I was to take out the minis, I still had well over 40 finishes for the year. So I'm going to go ahead and count those minis. It's fine. I'm taking that 50. I only know because I kidded down the Morgan and saw the spare. Ah, okay. 14 bags. Yep. Yupper. But yeah, it was quite a few. It was quite a few finishes. And listen, if Katie can call her minis one completion, then I can call my minis one completion too, dang it. Ugh, I'm calling it. Because I'd say I made up for it definitely with all the other stuff. Most of mine were finishes well over 50 by, like, they were all larger than 50 by 70, save for a couple of minis. Hello, Sarah. But yeah, I should have that out. I'm thinking what I'm gonna probably do is I'm gonna do my whip and chat tonight, like I always do, and then I'm gonna edit that one and then just post them to both release tomorrow because I'd like to have the year in review out before the first. I think last year I did it after the first, but I know I'm not going to finish any other like bigger diamond paintings or whatever. Like, pretty much not before tomorrow, you know. Yeah, no, no, not the sets. I would think the sets that makes sense to count that as one finish. I'm talking about like um snack size or minis like the one that I just showed you, counting that as one finish. I don't know. Sometimes that feels like cheating, but I think that's probably only because most of my finishes are over 50 by 70. And so counting a mini as a finish seems like cheating. But then there's people who only work on minis. So they might, or they don't get to finish as many a year as I get to. Um, because maybe they're working or got other things going on, and so they count every finish they get. I can't say I blame them. Definitely cannot. I've noticed that I do have a severe lack of snack size kits, like that are just, I don't know, 20 by 20 or, like the Amazon size diamond art clubs. I don't have really any of those. And so I thought maybe for this upcoming year, I might try and do a little bit of shopping for something a little bit smaller, but we'll see. I also really just enjoy working on the larger kits. So I don't think I necessarily need to buy a bunch of Amazon kits. But yeah, no. Yeah, I wasn't talking about the sets themselves as a finish. That makes sense as a finish. I was talking about not counting. Okay, so like for this particular set, the potions set, I didn't count this as a finish as a set. I counted each canvas as a finish because the canvases are bigger and they're full drill. That's what I was talking about. But I'm going to count them because I can. I have two Amazon DAT kits. Yeah, like I didn't get I don't ever get I don't think to shop on the Amazon Diamond Art Club store. I just never crosses my mind. Like I don't really do a lot of shopping on Amazon anyways unless I'm looking for something in particular, right? Like so if I'm going to be on there and I'm shopping for I don't know, like a new a new 4 slot blank thing for pouring resin. You know, like I might be on there for that particular purpose. Um, but I don't just like generally go on and shop on Amazon. So I don't even think to look at their collection of diamond paintings that they have on Amazon. They're not as cost effective, unfortunately. Yeah, that's really true though. Sujan, it isn't cost effective, especially when if I'm finishing really quickly, buying excuse me, buying minis is almost like a waste of money. I think that's probably why I don't buy them is because I just whip through them so quickly that it's like, well, there went $30 or whatever. The small succulents and the moonbound studio one. Cute. This was an exciting year for me in the world of diamond painting. I finished my first square. Yes. Yes. And then took on the big boy and I'm almost done. I'm on a roll, butter D. So did you finish your Rita? Did you finish your Rita? Are we about to have a Noelle finished her Rita celebration party? Because I know you were getting really close. Last time I got a chance to chat with you, you were really close with it. Oh, you're talking about Powerpuff Girls. Still, Amazon lost me when they changed their Prime family sharing. I'm not paying shipping. Yeah. Either way, a square's a square. Congratulations. My first square was um Paint the Moon from Q-Sing Kiesel. I finished Paint the Moon because I had to stop the larger square I was working on apples and needed to do a mini. So close to done. How many squares do you have left on the Rita? I was gonna say you gotta be getting close. I wonder if I can finish this other square before the live gets done. I bet I can. It's just color blocking. It's just color blocking. I have two Ritas. Ooh. Which two Ritas do you have, Kylie? I have also two Ritas. Squirrel Witch and Galaxy Potion. I want Cottage Core Witch real bad, but she sold out too fast on restock, so I didn't get a chance at it. I'm hoping that they'll restock it at least one more time before she archives, but I'm also not going to hold my breath just in case. Because I know how sometimes they don't always make it to a third restock. Crystal Spell. Okay. And Season of the Witch. Cute. Nice. Thank you. This was a feat. I bet it was. And you're so close. You know what, though? I'm ready for you. I got something in the mail. But I gotta wait for Miss Noelle to be ready for it. Oh, speaking of mail, I saw your giant Pringles, all dressed Pringles haul. Very excited for you. Cottage Core is the Rita I most want. Yeah, me too. Sujan's only got one Rita. A completed Mermaid Empress. She's gorgeous. Yes. I've completed Mermaid Empress. I got her specifically because she was a non-witch Rita. Like all the other Ritas are witches basically. So I was like, well, let me get this one that's not a witch. just so it's something different. And I ended up, yeah, I worked that one this year. I think it was in May, something like that. It is a gorgeous finish. The Mermaid Empress one is. Loved finishing that one. Tanis has 2 Ritas. Divine has 1 Rita. It did, Noelle. It's here. Here, and it's in a box right next to me. It is here. I just need to do some kitting down so I can have some storage. But it is ready. So, for those of you who only have like 1 or 2 Ritas, is it sort of a whoops, sorry. Is it sort of a situation where you're maybe not crazy about all of her pieces, but that one in particular spoke to you, or if you could, you would collect all of them? Like what's the story there? You'll be receiving a package for the end of Mary Morales, probably before. Yeah, you keep saying that, Noelle, but I'll believe that package when that package shows up at my house. Ugh. That one I know that originally you'd intended to get it to me before my birthday, and then you intended to get it here before Christmas, and now we're talking before the end of Mary Morales. I'm like, I'll wait. I'll wait for my garlic festival stuff forever. It's okay. You get it here when you get it here. Too much background. Uh-huh. There's a lot of that. I got Undead Witch for the colors. That's the one that's like it's got blues and pinks, right? And she's got like a skeletal chest. Like her chest looks like a skeleton, kinda. But the colors are very it that one kind of, if I remember correctly, if I'm thinking of the correct one that's blue and pink, that one reminded me of Monster High, like a whole lot. I got one I got in a mystery box, and Cozy Christmas I wanted. Cozy Christmas is cute. Very, very cute. Done a bookshelf already. I don't need to do the same bookshelves with the same plants. I hear a lot about Rita's. I do. Just like a lot of her renders for non-room pieces, and I don't tend to gravitate to DP rooms. I love her art, but not all. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that, Divine. Good to wait for chips. Highly loves witches. No Rita canvases. I'm too slow, so I have to be careful buying. Yeah. Package has been sitting to ship to Josh for quite a while. Cozy Autumn is also cute. Um, I did like Cozy Christmas, and I had considered picking that one up when it dropped. But again, like I don't know. I'm the kind of person that like I want to do a holiday canvas in the season of that holiday, right? And the way that I look at it, if I try and do large size Christmas canvases, they're going to be taking time away from any Morales that I might be working on because it's in December, you know what I mean? And sure, there's more winter after December, but it does kind of feel like you're leaving December and therefore leaving the winter or Christmas or whatever. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and the renders. The renders are a factor for sure. Because there's some of them that it's like, why did she end up getting spiders for eyelashes? I want Love Potion. That's the pink one, right? Isn't Love Potion the pink one? I have Galaxy Potion. I like that one, but it's archived. Tis archived. Well, I know somebody who really loved the Cozy Autumn one so much that they destashed all the kits that had the same colors as that. Because they loved working on that color palette so much. They went, let me never do this again. Then that's fair. Sometimes a color palette is enough to really ruin a piece for you. You think like, oh, I'm gonna really like this. But like looking at a piece of artwork and diamond painting a piece of artwork are definitely two very different situations. Like you might think you're gonna like something until you try to diamond paint it, and then it's like, one I have is Ancient Library. I love green-haired spellcasters. My understanding, Divine, is that once you've done one Rita canvas with bookshelves, then you've done all the Rita canvases with bookshelves, and that's enough. Glory said, "My one Rita is my largest canvas levitating spell." Oh, that one's cool. That one's also in a library, right? Isn't she levitating a feather in like a library or something? What Tannis do? What Tannis do? Onahime's done. Whoop whoop. Yes. Bam, 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 bam. You get to step back and look at it now, Tannis. It's gorgeous. Honestly, I thought when I picked Onahime to work on last year and then didn't end up working on her, because I worked on Mizuchira instead. I thought I was picking her because she was like my most dispensable Morales, right? I was like, man, it's not my favorite. So let me just go ahead and pick it. Well, then this year I was like, let me revisit. I really like to work on it for one. And two, it's still maybe not my most favorite Morales. Well, then in finishing that piece, I realized how much I so enjoyed Onihime for all of the oranges and golds in the canvas. Like I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I liked it. And I really, really did. So congrats, Tanis. That's how I was with Witch's Bakery. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. Happy dancing. Happy dancing. Happy dancing. Time for a celebration. And apparently, in Tanis's case, getting ready for the next event. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Onahime was really, really lovely to work on. I'm not saying necessarily that I would pick her up and work on her a second time, but I really enjoyed the time that I did work on her. So the only one so far, I think, of my Moraleses that I would go back and do a second time over. Well, actually, there's two. I would go back and do Ajasai just so that I could slow down and not work on it as quickly, like slow down and enjoy it more. And then Chroma. I would absolutely diamond paint Chroma again. The colors were so bright from Morales. I don't know. Are there any other canvases that I have that I would work on a second time if given the opportunity to do so? Um, hmm. I don't know. I think. Only not your event. I'm considering next year mermaids and magic. Oh, okay. Still doing yours, just multitasking. Yeah, you are, Tanis. You are a multitasker. Or the task. You are the multi of taskingness. Um, let's see. Looking, looking through. I think I would probably do Cup of Sunshine again. I really loved working on that kit. I gotta be honest. Like, that was one of my favorite finishes of the entire year. And that one was probably, yeah, that was a good one. Um, Trying to think if there's any others that I would do a second time because I liked it so much the first time. Um, you know what? Which Bedroom by Mrs. Butter D. That one was it was cute, it was cozy, it was brightly colored. It was a lot of fun. There was so much going on, like the whole bedroom scene was just really a lot of fun to diamond paint. Satora, I could see that. I'm kind of one and done, but Mermaid Bedroom by Mrs. Butter D was such a joy to do. I might would do it a second time. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have that one in particular, but that one is very, very cute. Very cute. But here we go. But yeah, I would do Satura twice. If I had two Saturas, I would definitely do that one two times. So, for you guys, what was your favorite diamond painting that you completed this year? What would you say? Your favorite diamond painting completion for the year overall? These are so hard. Sometimes these questions are really hard because it's like ranking your children. You're not supposed to have a favorite child, right? So having a favorite diamond painting just feels like kind of sort of naughty. Like you're betraying all your other diamond paintings that you had. Um what one would I say is my absolute favorite finish for this year? Hmm, hard. I really did enjoy, um, you know, left field. Here we go. Naughty Space Void. Naughty Space Void is another one that I would diamond paint again. If I had another copy of it or whatever, it's one that I wouldn't hate doing a second time. Doesn't mean I want to do it a second time. It just means I would do it a second time. But I really enjoyed putting specials on that one and just bringing it to life that way. I really enjoyed Naughty Space Void. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of recency bias in that, but Moon Goddess. Ooh, yes, Shannon. Yes. Moon Tien. Dark Lilith when she's done. But I'm also proud of Luminelle. Luminelle was beautiful. Either the Morgan or this one. You need the most. Noted. Flower delivery, even if I bitched through it. Yeah, there you go. Sugar Skull Girl. Okay. Sunnyside Antiques by Gina Jane. Oh, okay. Is Sunnyside Antiques, is that the one where it was like, it looked like a very rural kind of country fair setting, but with little outbuildings? Is that what I'm thinking of? Is that the correct one, or did I just make that up for Sunnyside Antiques? I loved Red Lotus from Distracted by Diamonds. It's a sci-fi type lady, which is not something I'm normally into, but it was so fun. That sounds cool, Heather. Mine was an Amazon Phoenix canvas I did for a friend. More about a reaction. Oh, it always is. Oh man. Yeah, I really did enjoy Naughty Space Void. I felt like that one, for all the little specials that I added into it, the cuteness of the cat's face was pretty damn adorable. Sleeps with butterflies, of course. All right. Missy, did you make your friend cry? It was all trinkets on a table and there was a window behind it. Oh, cute. Okay, okay. So look that one up, Shelly, because I don't think I remember that. Mm. Do. Sorry, looking at stuff here. Here we go. Um, was there any of your diamond paintings that surprised you the most when it was finished? I feel like I said earlier, Onihime was definitely a good surprise. When it was finished, I felt like I sat back and looked at it and went like, "Wow, I actually really like this one a whole lot more than I had anticipated liking it." That was my that one threw me for a loop. And I mean, granted, I don't know necessarily that Onihime is one that I would volunteer to do over and over and over again or anything, but it was definitely still a really lovely finish and a really nice surprise. I felt like it didn't ask a lot of me. Like it just basically needed me to do not the bare minimum necessarily, but just past the bare minimum as far as, color blocking goes, confetti goes. 'Cause it wasn't a confetti heavy kit. There wasn't really much to that. It didn't have any huge AB, color block sections. It didn't have any real like scary challenge to it. It was just lovely. That this is the most amazing handmade gift I've ever gotten. Oh, mermaid tea time. Okay. Cozy Autumn isn't done, but I was surprised at how much of a joy it was to work. Yeah. Make Market Skeleton Lover was surprisingly adorable or enjoyable. And I love looking at the end product. Yeah. It's always nice too when you have a piece like a make market piece that comes out of left field and surprises you with, I don't know, it could be quality, it could be the finished image and the way that the finished image looked, but it's always nice when a less expensive kit comes out of left field and really impresses. Let's see. Did any of you guys find yourself trying any like new tools or techniques this year that you hadn't before? Like what was your favorite new tool or technique that you learned this year, or conversely, um what do you find to be like the new trending thing that you want to try if you haven't tried anything new this year? There's a lot of things that kind of came out this year that were the new thing for people to do. Like, um, I feel like it was the beginning of this year and end of last year where those like lay down, they're not rulers, but they make your drills straight when you lay them down. I feel like those gained a lot of, I don't know, traction last year. Uh, like the e-pens became really incredibly popular this year too. Saw a lot of people using e-pens for the first time. Cosmic Dance by Becca Tyndall. Not my usual, but I actually really like. Nice. Kylie using a hand turned pen. Yes, that's a life changer. Multi-placing was a new skill for me. Nice, Missy. Life changing. Yes. The twinkle tray from Firefly. Yes, the twinkle tray from Firefly. That also um was a new drop sort of innovation this year that I have seen people using, and I'm jelly. I need to get one at some point. There we go. Oop, stuck to my finger. What else was like really interesting new tricks that people tried or techniques that people tried? Dang it. Keep laying it just slightly off of the guide circle. There we go. Yeah, that twinkle tray using special diamonds on my canvas blew me away. Yeah. Multi-placed rounds for the first time, moved up from a 3 multi-placer on squares. Now have putty to try. That's cool. Tried tray bricks this year. I'm in love with them and think they make me faster, especially when putty. That's good. Hey man, any sort of a tool or a trick that helps you move a little bit faster, if that's the ultimate goal is to get, a little more done than maybe you would be able to do in a 30-minute productivity sesh, you know? Do, 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 do. Whoa, excuse me. Whoa, out of nowhere. Oh, there's a person by the house. Well, hold on a minute. Look at this one who just decided to bark and scare the poops out of me. A little sugar shame, sugar shame. Yeah, there we go. Discovering Diamond Art Club. Yeah, neat stuff I learned from you. The rolling the canvas backwards, life changing. Nice, very nice. Also tried the curved tip multi placers, amaze balls. That's something that I got to try this year, Missy. I got to try those. Little shamey shame dog. Got some lily pads. Water really helps for ABs. Started to enhance a bit. Nice. Started keeping time in stopwatch. I'm always curious about how much time it takes. I thought about trying to keep like some sort of track of the time that way. And I decided that the reason that I don't is because I would probably be really disgusted with myself um in not how much time that it takes me to work on a diamond painting because I'm not so much worried about the speed, but it's like I think about all of those hours that I sat here and diamond painted instead of doing something else. Now, that is a me thing entirely. This is what I would love to be doing. I would rather be sitting and doing this, but then I think about like, you know, well, didn't hang out with any friends in person this year. I didn't do this, I didn't do that, like get really hard on myself. And so I don't use a stopwatch because I think I would be probably a little bit embarrassed with how much time I spend diamond painting, like, in a sitting. Probably be really embarrassed. My highlight find is you. Oh, thank you, Kylie. Yes, this is oleander. This one is another Morales, for Mary Morales, and it is oleander. This one, she's priority. I'm gonna put, I think, some torch drills in her eyes, in the orange of her eyes. I think I've decided, even though they're sparklers for squares, I think they'll work okay because there's only going to be a few of them. As long as I'm not trying to go ham and color block a whole section with square drills in the round canvas, they'll be all right. Who needs in-person people when we have this amazing community you've called? I agree. Thanks, she gets them done so fast I can't keep up. Yeah, sorry, Allison. Next year, keep track of how many diamonds you placed for the year. Oh man. Uh, I so I think that it's hard on some of the canvases. Like I got to get one of those converters. You know what I'm saying? Like that will help you measure, like if 10 centimeters is this amount of rounds and this amount of squares, like an easy calculator. It'll figure out, like, if you have this many centimeters on one side and the other side, then this is how many drills you laid because of it. Um, but then I'd have to just remember to be better at keeping keeping notes. I'm not very good at writing and keeping notes. I used to do almost like a journal sort of situation when I'd finish a canvas. Like I'd write down all of my likes and dislikes, and I'd write this and I'd write that. And then I realized, like, I'm just taking more time away from finishing canvases by writing out what I liked or didn't like. If I can just kind of keep in my head what I liked and what I didn't like, then I can cover it on a poster view or whatever and not have to worry so much about the whole shebangy. Do that for the most part. I just write down how many were supposed to be in the kit. Yeah. Someone's got to have figured out an equation for that. Yeah, I would assume so. I know that there's a couple of, I feel like there's a couple of conversions out there that you can find for figuring out like how many to, like, the sizes in round and in square, because obviously there's a difference, just a tiny, teeny, tiny difference, but it matters. I like stats, like how many, how long, how many drills. People are impressed when you tell them how long it takes. I blows their mind that we have the patience to place all of it. True. They are bragging rights a little bit. Do. Um, well, that's kind of a fun little question. What, let's see. Are there, ooh, okay, here we go. Any impulse buys that you regret or absolutely don't regret? Any impulse buys that you regret or absolutely do not regret? Um, I honestly, my big thing, especially this year, was that I didn't do any impulse buying. Uh, I, in fact, made it a very important point for myself to be more intentional about my purchases and take more time to think about what I planned to buy and like to really be intentional with purchasing. So I don't actually have any kits that I regret or impulse buys that I regret. Oh, the mystery. Okay, so maybe I could say, yeah, Ebony. The it was the it was the mystery box that had the Bear Brick Gia and the cats. Um the it was like an $85 box or whatever, right? So I did end up getting one of those. More it was like, oh, but if I'm only spending, X amount or whatever. Sorry, I lost my train of thought looking at these jaggedy drills. Um, yeah, I thought, okay, well, I'm only spending 85, so it's not a huge deal. If I don't love both of them, I'll just get rid of the other kit and then I won't have paid $85 for one kit that I like. Cute but unstable, that was the other one. Well, so I messed myself over. I was trying to sell to somebody in another country. I told them that I would hold on to it so that they could see whether or not they found something in their own country. They did, but they never got in touch with me. And so now I'm like holding the bag on a canvas that I no longer want and have literally zero interest in working on. And I was trying to get myself even like, I don't know, 20, $30, but that didn't happen. Ugh, all right, I was reading something. The one you got, the jellyfish girl. And yes, yep, that's the one. I got being nice. Yes, that. The auction. Yeah, I'm heard. Oh, I'm here for the food. Really unsure of whether I want to do it. Yeah, absolutely. When I first started, I couldn't stop buying the discount kits. I regret getting as many as I did. Yeah. You got those cats too, Ebony? Yeah, see, I like the Bear Brick Gia, but as of right now, it's as though I paid $85 for that Bear Brick Gia, and that Bear Brick Gia is not worth $85. And so, yeah, that was an impulse buy that I definitely don't have good feelings about. But at least I didn't get got for a bunch of money. Eventually, I'll be able to get rid of it for like $40. That cute but unstable. And then I won't feel as bad about spending on the box because the Bear Brick Gia is, it's at least worth like $52. So lay sigh. All right, let's see. What else? Can add a couple of these. Um, oh, I don't know. Should I ask this question? Sure, I'll ask this question. What should what should creators stop doing next year? Like diamond painting content creators, what should they stop doing next year? Keep it light. Um, I don't know. Should diamond painting content creators stop doing next year? Um, get 40 for it makes it worth it. Yeah, right. Right. Even if I could get 40 bucks, 40 bucks would definitely make it just fine. I would be more than happy with that. And I tried to sell it to the person for 40. Like that's what I ended up dropping it down to. But yeah, she didn't want to pay for all the shipping. I don't blame her. But I shouldn't have been nice and said that I would hold it to see if she found somebody, because then she didn't let me know she found somebody. Otherwise, I would have moved on much more quickly. What should content creators stop doing? Showing me their Gems Flow app. What is it about that bugs you, Ebony? I don't have Gems Flow. I think I have it, but I've never used it. I don't think anything. They should do what they enjoy, and we can pick whether to watch or not. That's fair, Shelley. Mystery boxes, using the same adjectives repeatedly. Oh, you mean like, oh my God, this one is my favorite. I have to get better about, I will say certain things are like gorgeous too much, and I know it. I like in the moment, I'm sitting there trying to think of other adjectives to use. Uh because I'm sure, like, for the 15th time in a row, hearing me go like, "Oh my God, it's gorgeous." You're like, "Shut up, Naomi." So yes, I will agree with using the same adjective over and over. Bad customer service. Ooh, yeah. The content creator says they don't like something multiple times. They should stop doing whatever it is. Yes, they obviously don't enjoy. If they hate computer render, confetti heavy kits, stop. Yeah, creators should stop showing the same old toolkits. You know what, Barbara? I was thinking like similarly to you. I think that the problem becomes that when you're showing off a kit, you're not necessarily making the video for the viewer who watches you like every single video or whatever. They're making the videos for the brand new people who've never seen the inside of a Diamond Art Club box before. And so they might actually be genuinely curious, what is that thing? And so I try not to like really sit and go into heavy detail about what's in the toolkit. But I do try to at least, like just quickly talk about what it is and what it's for. Because there are people who legitimately they're just looking around for any video at the time, like how to diamond paint. But I agree with you. I think that spending inordinate amounts of time on the toolkit is not totally necessary. It isn't. I just like seeing the actual canvas or project. Oh, 2 hour sneak peeks. Yeah, no, I can't do it. Um, so hold on a minute then, Ebony. Are you talking about like when they finish a kit that they're showing you the Gems Flow app instead of the kits? In what context are they like using it to show you a kit? I misunderstood the question and thought you meant the companies. Well, there's that too. Hi, Carolyn. Everyone started saying it's stunning. Oh, Carolyn, I am so guilty. I use stunning a lot and I try not to. Oh, I'm horrible about it. Guilty as charged. Here, slap on the wrist for me. They should be genuine about the kits that are good and bad, not just say that, that. I don't care how much a company is uh paying you, not paying you, how many free kits they send you, etc. If the kit is junk, don't lie to people and tell them it's not, because the owner is your friend or whatever. Like if there's a problem with the company, if there's a problem with the kit, if there's a problem with the glue, whatever, don't lie to people. I hate that. I hate that so much. Hi, Matt. Hi, everyone. Stepped into a hot topic. Yes. No, like they do those top 10. Oh, scavenger. Oh, boring. Okay. Baity titles aren't it either. Don't bait me and then not deliver. Yeah. Like if you're telling me that in the title that it's like annoying things content creators do, and then you don't tell me annoying things that content creators do, get off my YouTube. Deliver the goods. If you're going to tell me why like Diamond Art Club is the worst company ever, but then it's like tongue in cheek. You know, you didn't actually mean that. You just wanted a clickbait. Yeah, don't do it. Get off my YouTube. I agree. Clickbait titles suck. Some people are British. Okay, that's fair. I am not British. I say stunning way too much. I guess, okay, so the scavenger hunt things, that's something that I have not like partaken in. I like, okay, I've done like stash scavenger hunts, I kind of or finish questions or whatever. Like I've asked questions about it, but I agree. Show me those canvases, man. Don't just show me a Gems Flow app. I didn't really know that's the thing. I haven't watched any of those, so I'm gonna have to. Hello, car out there making all the noise. So many things feel like ads. That's my least favorite. Yeah. And you know what though? I feel like um that's part of why when I do my unboxings, I try to focus on like some story or something meaningful about the kit rather than just, oh, look it, here it is. Like, here's the grid, here's the thing, like sell you, sell you, sell you stuff. But I like to tell people why I like that canvas in particular, or why I picked it, or something interesting about the lore behind it, or whatever. I really do try to give more than just your typical unboxing. And I feel like most people like that. Some people are like, okay, Naomi, you don't need to give me a damn history lesson every time you open a box. But I do. But I give you a history lesson anyways. I do. Well, I don't think I'm gonna. Ooh, geez, keep poking stuff. Here, let me move this out of my way. There we go. Sorry, bumping stuff. I'm not gonna finish this row right here in the next 3 minutes. I was gonna see if I could, but I can't. Little chunk. I'll try. I'll keep trying, but I don't want to just lay down my drills any old which way. Um, I think there's been a lot more content creators who are like, instead of showing you the canvas and whatever, they're like focusing on their faces, like making sure that they're showing their faces in the video. And I do see some benefit in that. Like, yeah, people like to see who they're talking to or listening to or whatever. Um, in fact, I had this plan that someday I would put myself on screen, but I don't like it when the focus becomes your face and not like the canvas that you're unboxing, especially when you're like walking back and forth in the frame and I can't even like the piece itself is not in focus and I don't know what in the heck I'm looking at, and yeah, that gets a little annoying. Come on. The glue right there is just like, nah, I don't wanna. Glue not gluing. Come on, glue. There we go. Need to see faces like 1 out of 10 times. Yeah. Yeah. Like I thought about doing like my face in videos on live streams, but not during my regular videos. So it's more like, you know, you're sitting here having a conversation with me. Whereas like the unboxings and stuff, it's more about what's there. I don't know. Obviously, it's doing just fine for some people. So that's That's just me. I just don't particularly care for that kind of video, but clearly those people are doing just fine. So it's not sour grapes, I promise you. Just not my kind of video. I get that and understand the purpose, but a lot of them are so cookie cutter repetitive and just too long. Yeah. It's nice to see some variety in the companies. We hear a lot about DAC, but less from other companies. DAC does a great marketing push with creators. Yeah, and it is to a point. I agree with Sarah and Matt, where there are some content creators I can watch them and I know their whole script from start to finish. I know exactly what they're going to say next about the canvas. I know what they're going to say next in the unboxing. And mine can probably be a little bit like that. So I do try to break it up, like not do everything in the same order every time or throw stories in there or whatever. I agree. Yeah. And then to your point about seeing variety in companies, I think some of that is that the companies out there, they don't necessarily all do um a push on sending out to content creators, and some of the content creators, they legitimately like base their whole channel on stuff that they get for free, things that they don't necessarily have to pay for. I am a broke ass bitch, so I definitely will, I show more of what I buy than what I'm not getting as many things for free. So I do try to put more of a focus on doing unboxings for companies that are not Diamond Art Club, just because A, if they sent me the canvas, like I'm really going to try and do a good job of getting that out to the people, because there are a lot of kits out there. I would buy more of them if I knew what the render looked like, you know? So I completely agree. I am going to finish this last little spot right here, and then I'll call it for the night. Sarah posted a link to the Discord. If you are not already in Discord, you are free to join us. It is free to join and not terribly hard to use. If a bunch of women over 40 could figure out how to use it, I'm sure you can figure out how to use it no matter your age. And if you need help, just log in, post anywhere, and say, okay, I'm lost. What do I do next? Tend not to physically watch whip and chats, just into them, so face versus canvas doesn't matter. I like to see faces for lives and other content. Yeah, heck yeah. I get that. Me, I'm a weirdo, and I like to do a little bit of both. Like, yes, I will treat a whip and chat like a podcast at times, and I won't even be looking. And then at other times I'm like, wait, that's weird. I never noticed that people lay their drills like that or whatever. I'll catch some weird action and I'm like, what? How does this person, like, how do you even do that? Because I'm a weirdo who watches people diamond paint. But, what can you do? Almost done. Almost done. And then we're heading over to the Discord for some fun. I still have a little itty bitty little section right there, but I'll do that. I'll do that later. Mess. Forget about it. We're going to do it now. It's a tiny little corner. I can get that done. And then I have done 2 whole squares during the live because it's all color blocking. Everything's being very sticky today. Everything's sticking to my fingers. And got some on the canvas. Look at me go. Look at me go. There we go. If Dustin comes in, though, I'm going to do the quick sign off. Far more attention to other companies, not because of dislike of DAC, but because they're so consistent. Yeah, absolutely. you kind of already know what you're getting with Diamond Art Club, and so it's like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I think most of those videos are not necessarily for the person who's watching all the time. They're for the newcomer because we all know what comes in a DAC box. We all know what a DAC render is going to look like, at least for the most part. They've definitely got their quality control handled for the most part. All right, 2 more colors. 2 more. We can do it. We can do it. Like 10 drills. There we go. Boom, boom. And 1 more to go. So close, so close. You joined Discord. Whoop. We'll see you in there, Carolyn. Like I said, if you're confused, you're lost, or whatever, just post anywhere and go like, help me. I'm lost, help me. All right, you guys, here we go. I did it. I did it. Woo! Another square down. There we go. All right, you guys, I am going to get out of here. I'm going to go chat with people over on Discord. We can tippy-typey at each other, say our hellos and things. Make sure that you have your video comment in for the week if you are participating in Mary Morales, and that you get your photo submission in, all the fun stuff. Thank you, Ebony. I think it's looking fantastic too. But yeah, come and join me on Saturday for the live stream giveaways. I also do giveaways for like during the live stream who are there, not just people who are participating. So even if you're not doing Mary Morales, you can join us and get prizes. It's always a good time. But otherwise, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, wide, wonderful world of ours, that you are having a glorious morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right.